Here we have our So Happy Hearts stamp and die bundle. This is a really fun, this is another very Valentine's oriented stamp and die bundle, but again has some really nice uses for any time of the year. And first I'm going to talk to you about the stamp set, and then I will go to the die set. So there's a lot of things that you can do with this small bundle, and so you'll kind of have to stay with me as I go through each of the different uses. And I'm going to show you some fun examples of how to use it. So here in the stamp set, you have this large square background, and it actually creates, when it's used with this large die, it creates a really cute postage stamp looking die cut, but it's really large, which is fun to do on a card front. So we'll show you some samples of that in a minute. But then we also have these hearts up here as well. One of them says tug at my heartstrings. The other one says grateful. So if you want to just send it like a thank you card, like a grateful heart. And then this is a little you have my heart, which fits nicely inside of the die cut heart. And then these little clusters of hearts, or this row of hearts, are fun to create little backgrounds and things like that. And then over here in the die set, we actually have Happy Mail in the scripty font, which is really cute. And then I showed you just a second ago that postage edge. But then nested inside of that die as individual dies, we have this, you can see it's has these holes that are spaced, and they're spaced kind of differently, and I'm going to tell you why in just a second. And then the next die in is this heart-shaped one, and it's in a square, because these two dies, this square one with the holes on it, and then this one that has the hearts, you'll want to use those together sometimes, and I'm going to show you a really cool effect with those. And then there is just this frame heart die in here, and then we have just a little love and a high for extra, just extra little die cut sentiments. So remember this square here and this heart, and using them together, you actually can cut them out. You can cut all three of them. You can have the postage edge, the square holes, and the heart holes together, and you get that kind of look, and so it creates holes. And one thing we've been doing a lot lately is we've usually had some sort of stitching element with one of our product bundles with our releases for the last several months. It's become a really fun, popular trend right now with card making and crafting, is to do stitching, and we're having so much fun with it. So we wanted to do a fun, kind of different take on it this time. So after you've die cut those, you can, then it's all aligned perfectly. So you get this kind of this radial burst out from that heart, from the center of that postage stamp. And so you can see, then you can finish that off with a die cut grateful heart. And that is it's actually really easy and fast to do this stitching. And you can see here we did multicolor, and it doesn't matter what it looks like on the underside of that stitching. You just want to make sure the top looks nice. And then finish it off with a sentiment in the middle there. So that's a really fun stitching element to this bundle that we thought you'd love. Here's a different way of, so taking this same die cutting, you can get this look as well. So that's kind of fun. You get two completely different looks with your stitching when you cut your dies out this way. But you can just use that heart alone, or you can use just the square alone without the heart in the center. So it's up to you. Lots of options though with this bundle and with the way you're stitching. This is kind of fun too if you wanted to take that same, again, taking this same die cut and just doing kind of more of a random design. So again, totally different looks. One thing I did want to point out is our free earned reward for this month, the Hugs All Around die. It actually fits perfectly on top of this, perfectly on top of the frame die cut in there. And so you can see that it's super easy to layer together, which is really fun. So if you're buying this bundle, you want to make sure that you also spend $60 or more, and you can get this free earned reward die. And you can see how cute it looks there too, just with that frame of the little die cut circles out of it. So here's also just, if you don't want to do stitching on a particular card, you know, you always have that option with your dies. But if you just wanted to stamp, that's awesome too. And you can use this large background stamp and it fits perfectly inside that postage stamp so that you can create that oversized postage stamp look. So I wanted to show you a few of the cards that we have made for this bundle, for this release. So this is using that technique of stitching and doing that radial burst out from the heart. And I just think that's a really cute, clever thank you card, and great for any time of the year. So these are cute little, it's a cute little set of cards, and it uses the little Hi and Love in the die set. And you can see here, if you don't run, if you just score a piece of paper and then you cut it, but you don't cut that one side, then you've got a cute postage stamp card base, and that's also super fun and super clever. And that'd be a fun way to give like a little set to somebody, quick and easy. So here we have, this actually doesn't, it uses the stitching dies, but it doesn't actually use any stitching, which is a great way to get a quicker, just get a quicker effect on your card. So we've used the holes, the heart that cuts out the hole shapes, and you just cut that out several times, like going up the card, and you back that with whatever color cardstocks you want, and then that color kind of just pops through, and it looks really nice against the white background here. Okay, here's a cute little shaker card. So this is using that frame heart right here. If you use that with this stamp set, then it creates an opening there in the middle, and now you have a shaker card. So this is a super cute card. And then we cut out that Happy Mail in some of that black foil from our Formals foil paper pack. So really quick way to add some nice shine to your card. The last card we've got here, which is super cute. I love a nice, clean and simple card. This uses the stitched square and the stitched heart, and then it's just doing a running stitch around around your heart and around the square. But then it pulls in the Hugs All Around die, which again, like I said, was our free earned reward for this month, and fits perfectly inside of there. I love how just clean and simple this card is. Okay, so there you have it. That is our So Happy Hearts stamp and die bundle. And it's actually not a huge stamp or a huge die, so it's going to be affordable, but it's also got just so many fun uses. So this is definitely one that you're going to want to add to your collection.